Okay, so now we're going to do a bent over row with the ultimate sandbag, but now we're going to mix a crossover step. So again, as a trainer, you should always know why you're doing something. I can't preach that enough. Don't do something just because it's hard. Know why you're doing it, because people you're working with are going to expect you to know, or if they may have a question, why am I doing it? So as I said, your body's got 3 planes of motion. We have this plane we work in, we have the side, and we have rotation. Very simple, right? So they talk about in exercise, you want to incorporate every plane of motion. And the one that's challenging for most people, it's the transverse, is the rotational one. That's the hardest one. You got to be a little creative with them. But when we now take this crossover step, now I'm starting to work in that plane of motion, because now my body's got to fight rotation as I perform my row. So that's a simple way. By doing this little crossover, I can take an exercise, which is traditionally in the sagittal plane, I can mix in that transverse. So again, what does that mean too? Most people are weaker in these other planes of motion because we don't rotate in daily life. So once you do an exercise like that, guess what? Heart rate goes up because you're not used to it. Your body's not used to it. A lot more challenging, which from a fat burning workout, I like that because it's going to make me work harder. And when I'm doing a fat burning workout, the goal is to elevate the heart rate, right? They call it high intensity interval training. High, get that heart rate up. So I'm going to demonstrate this from the side so you can kind of see it. Now, here's the thing. I don't need this excessive step, right? I'm not bowing to the queen, right? You just, a little step is good. I always tell people, if you can get your foot, excuse me, right outside this front heel, that's good, right? That's just enough, a little enough, you know, is gonna give you get the effect you're trying to do. Once they have that foot set, have them then go into their hinge and then row. Don't have someone step and hinge at the same time. Too many moving parts, they'll lose control. So let me stop running my mouth and demonstrate it here. So I'm gonna grab my ultimate sandbag, neutral handles, create some tension, crossover step, go into my hinge, pull the bag, lower it, slam back up. I'm going to do one away from you guys now. Again, tension on the handles, crossover step, hinge, pull my load, lower it, right back up. So that's a simple way, again, to mix in another plane of motion and really make someone, you know, work a lot harder. Before somebody does a crossover, they should be really good at a reverse step and a lateral step. So make sure, don't jump to this one right out the gate. Make sure they can do a reverse step and a lateral. If they've done that, they've earned the right, then you can progress them to a crossover step.